Hello grade 10, we're now going to do activity 5 number 1, and the question goes as follows. We've got to enter cost of an SMS message and the number of messages. Then there's going to be a checkbox if they're in contract or not. Then if they are in contract, they get the first 20 messages free. So we're going to find out what is the total cost for a month, basically. So let's go to our program, and we have a calculate button. Let's go and store the cost per SMS into a real variable and the spin edit to an integer. So we need a real number to hold our cost per SMS. In the calculate button, everything's going to be local. In our calculate button, we'll make variables here. VAR, R cost, no, R unit cost, code real, and then we have num for the number of messages, that's an integer, and then we're going to say R unit cost equals string to float. String to float. Remember, we're taking something from an edit box and we're converting it to a real number. EDT cost per SMS dot text. EDT cost per SMS dot text. And then, so that's the real number, the unit cost. Now for the number of messages altogether, num equals SED num SMS, SED num SMS dot value. Right. Spin edit dot value is an integer. So no conversion there. Now we're going to find out if the checkbox is checked. This checkbox is called CBX contract. If CBX contract dot checked, we can say if it's equal to true, or we can just keep it like that, equals true, then we're going to take 20 away from our num, so, but the problem is if they've got less than 20, well, then it's naught, isn't it? But we don't want to have a negative number either. If they're on contract, they get their first 20 messages free. We're going to multiply the number of messages by the cost per SMS. But if they have less than 20 and they're on contract, we don't want to multiply the number of messages by the cost per SMS, by a negative number. So we have to go and double check. If our num is greater than or equal to 20, then we're going to do this. Begin and end. Okay, so that's quite important. If our number is greater, only if our number is greater than or equal to 20, then we will subtract 20. Otherwise, if the CBX contract dot checked equals true, then we'll say our num equals our num minus 20. We're going to reduce the number of messages by 20 if they're on a contract. Okay. But what if it is less than 20 and the contract is true? Yeah. So if our num is less than 20, okay, and CBX.checked equals true, okay, I'll put this on a different line so you can see it. Always forget to make this larger for you so you guys can see. Right, so if that and that equals true, so I don't even need to do that, I can put it in one long line now, then our num equals 1, because we're going to multiply our num by, well, it's actually naught, isn't it? We're going to take away naught. If it's less than or equal to 20, actually. If it's greater than 20, we will do that. If it's less than or equal to 20 and the contract.checked equals true. And over here I could have said if rnum is greater than 20 and, I didn't have to use the if statement here, I could have had an and operator and then go and slot this in here with brackets around it. Now if you have two conditions with an and separated by and or, then you use brackets around each condition. That one and that one with brackets around. So if the first 20 is free, because they for a contract, that means if they're less than or equal to 20, well, you're going to make 0, isn't it? It's going to be 0. Right, now we're going to go and multiply and also display our number of, the amount owing. Okay, now where do we display? Well, let's go and have a look. We can't see our display component. Well, that's because it's hidden. There it is on the left hand side. Look, I went to the structure list here and I found LBL total cost. There it is there. So it's called LBL total cost. So now I'm going to go display LBL total cost dot caption equals, we want to format that, so we actually do want to put a rand symbol in there, plus, and now actually you don't have to do that, we're going to do float to string f, and we're going to put our calculation here in here, rnum times by r unit cost, and then comma if currency, comma 8, comma 2, and you know how to do that, eh? So let's have a look. Float to string f dot caption. So that's quite a tricky one. Put this on another line here so we can see. Float to string f rnum. Oops, that bracket mustn't be there. See, I'm putting my calculation here. That's going to be a real number when you do that calculation there, comma, the type of display we want, which is currency, 8 digits in total and 2 decimal points. Float to string f. Formatting this number so that it will be displayed in the caption property of the label called LBL cost. So let's turn around and describe what's going on here again. We have to subtract 20 units from the number of SMSs if the contract.checked equals true. So if rnum is greater than 20 and it's true, then we'll say rnum equals rnum minus 20. But if rnum is less than or equal to 20 and the contract is true, then rnum is naught. But if CBX contract.checked equals false, nothing's going to happen to rnum. Rnum's going to stay the same. Okay, so try and do that by yourself without looking, and I'll see you tomorrow.